Hi, I'm Carol Jurgensen Sheets, aka Carol the Coach. And my book on infidelity has some concepts that are a bit complex. And I thought I'd create this video and help to make it simple. You know, sometimes when you read something, you just need somebody to show you how to do the steps. So that's what this video is all about. And thank you so much for taking me on this journey with you. The first concept I want to show you is something that my colleague, mentor, and good friend created. And it's called Ford's Isomorphic Pathway to Intimacy. You've got to be able to love yourself. And sometimes when betrayal occurs, you can think it's about you, and nothing could be further than the truth. So this diagram is in the book, helping couples heal from infidelity and find love again. It's also in Help Them Heal. And that is teaching you both how to heal from sexual betrayal. I found it so essential in my work with both betrayers and the betrayed. And so I wanted to walk you through the 7 steps. First of all, I'm going to ask you, when you're triggered, when you're in distress, where do you feel it in your body? Is it in your stomach, your groin, your heart, your chest, your neck, your head? People experience betrayal in different places. So identify where you feel that at the time you're feeling off. And then I want you to link it to number 2. Identify the primary emotion, and you know me, I ask you to keep it simple. Are you feeling more angry, more sad, more lonely, or more fearful? And then I'm going to ask you, what mind stories do you tell yourself? I'm not worthy. I wasn't good enough. I'll never be able to trust. This isn't working. I'll never believe in a future. What are the mind stories you tell yourself? Now we'll go into mind states in a different video. So hang tight with the mind states. Just stay with the mind stories for right now. Because what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to combine where you feel that emotionality, and I'm going to ask you to give it a color. What color do you feel when you're triggered? And I realize that may change. It may be red, it may be orange, it may be black. But I want you to identify what that angst is so that you can breathe that color out. And I actually want you to think of a peaceful, relaxing color to breathe in. Because what we're going to do is neutralize some of that distress. As the betrayed, you will always feel distressed. As the betrayer, you will always feel distress. And you have to decide how you're going to learn how to manage it, because I want you to decrease the intensity and the frequency of the distress. That's what mindfulness is all about. And that's what this isomorphic path to self-intimacy is. It's a way to get you feeling better. So here's the exercise. I want you to lay back and I want you to take a deep breath with a very peaceful, relaxing color going in through your nasal passages, down your esophagus and your lungs, into your diaphragm. And then I'm going to want you to breathe out a color that represents that stress, that trigger, that angst. And I want you to do that 3 times, hopefully laying back with your eyes closed. And after the 3 breaths, if I were sitting there with you in the office, I would say, how do you feel? Now, betrayed partners usually say lighter or better. Betrayers usually identify a feeling. I feel sad. I feel lonely. Well, sit with how you feel and let that be a signal to practice constructive compassion. And you either do that externally by doing something that brings you some joy, some happiness, some relief. You go out for a fast walk. You get on your rollerblades. You go to your kickboxing class. Maybe you call a friend. Listen to your favorite classical music or rock and roll. You do something that externalizes the distress. Or you practice what Carol the coach calls reality affirmations. And reality affirmations are internal. They always start with even though, and they always end with what I know to be true. Even though I was terrorized last night when you came home 15 minutes late. What I know to be true is you have been practicing good recovery, and you have been going to your meetings, and you have been a different person. Or even though I have awakened twice this week in terror, what I know to be true is that is getting better and better. And I am finding more relief in the work that I am doing with you and Carol and Urkham. When you practice reality affirmations, the even though is the reality of the stress, and the what I know to be true is the progress that you're both making. It helps you move forward on that journey. And it actually helps you to relate to yourself in a less reactive manner. And when you do that, your triggers, your distress is better, less frequent, and less intense. And you're able to practice a more equanimous relationship with yourself. And that term is a mindfulness term. We're always looking for equanimity. So thank you for allowing me, as I said at the beginning of this, to be on this journey with you. And what I know and what I say on every podcast is that you deserve to create the life that you want. And Urkham teaches you to learn how to co-create that together. It's going to speed things up and it's going to make it better. So I appreciate you going through this exercise with me. And there will be more to come because I'm so happy to have written Helping Couples Heal from Infidelity and Find Love Again. See you soon.